back to the YouTube channel. This is episode number 2 of the UTMB trail run series, preparing for UTMB in August. The race that I'm doing in Mont-Blanc. I'm doing the MCC, which is the 42 kilometer through the Alps. Just got back from holiday, so got a nice little tan on me. Even though the weather is absolutely atrocious here, as you can see, it's raining in London. It's actually getting worse, so I'm going to speed this up. We're going to head over to the altitude centre today. We're in Shoreditch at the moment, just around the corner. So I'm going to do an easy run at a certain altitude, so they've got different chambers, and then I'm going to do a harder session at a lower altitude on the bike. But anyway, I'll take you with me and we'll show you around, show you what's happening. Safe. Quick little protein fix. Oh.
Right, what's this? Talk us through what it is.
Don't know how to put it on. So, linking up to heart rate monitor today. I think it looks really tight, which is why it looks a bit funny. This is the best way to get an accurate representation of your heart rate. So when you're easy running, I know what I'm doing with it is very important. Which is also why we done, last week we come here and done the VO2 max test. Sorry, 2 weeks ago, which I'll talk you through at the end. VO2 max test tells you your VO2 max, but it also gives you your zones. So I like to do my easy runs at obviously zone 2, which is what you're meant to do. This is the best way to know if you're running in zone 2 once you have a VO2 max test done, because you have your accurate zone in, and then you have an accurate heart rate to give an accurate reading. All about accuracy.
We're going to be working between kind of 2,500 and 3,500 meters.
Yep.
We'll start on the box, so we'll get as much elevation in as we can on the box. We'll then head into the chamber, which is set at 2,700 meters,
Yep.
and we're going to do some kind of anaerobic work on the bike in there, and then we'll head back out and do a bit more kind of strength power with the sled.
Okay.
Okay?
Wow. Yeah.
So quite like strength endurance based
Yep.
and anaerobic stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it should be quite tough.
Sweet.
We'll see.
I thought I was doing an easy run on a treadmill. Apparently not.
So these generators will basically be how you're getting your high altitude. This, which will track your blood oxygen saturation and your heart rate. Okay. If you wear this, it's probably easier. It's not heavy, it's literally just full of air, but it makes it a little bit more smooth in terms of bringing the skin into place and stuff. Perfect. And then if you pop that one on, the smaller straps just go kind of over the crown of your head, and then these ones around the back. I'm gonna, okay? It's good at
Skydiving.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look cool, but
Once we're in the chamber, you won't need it on. So, okay, cool. So we'll start off relatively controlled. Just going to do minute reps on the box.
yeah.
And it's just about getting in as much elevation as we can. So yeah. So we're going to do 3 reps here. Nice press squat to the leg you're leading with as well. Okay, one more there, and then take a couple. UTMB at the higher points, it is likely to be, towards 85. So we'll finish this one. Once we've done this one, we'll go into 3 more, but with 20 seconds recovery, not 30. So we'll just make it slightly more anaerobic as we go. Okay, perfect. We'll go into another 3. We're going to add a little bit of weight, just 10 kg total. So if you hold these 2 in each arm. So another
One more.
3 by 1 minute. Okay, all good?
Yeah.
Perfect. When you're ready, off you go. So that's kind of the stimulus for adaptation, like getting your blood oxygen, training in an environment where your blood oxygen saturation is lower, it then kind of increases your chance of having a higher blood oxygen saturation when you're actually out there racing.
Would it be a good idea? So if I land on Sunday
Yeah.
and the race is on Monday, once I land, just going out and doing a little run?
I think like you're gonna, because you're only landing one day before, you're not really gonna have a chance to acclimatise. Like that's quite a short period, so I would stick to your normal training. Like if you have a taper run scheduled for that day, then go for it. If not, I would just rest, because like you might find you're just slightly fatigued from the travel and everything. Like you might want to stretch your legs, but altitude-wise, it won't really make a difference whether you do that.
When I fly places, I normally just go to the gym and do some stuff. So I might do some
Do a bit of
stretching,
mobility, a bit of jog. Yeah.
maybe a bit of a bike or something.
Yeah. You have to fuel quite well, because when you're at altitude, you will burn more calories naturally just sleeping and living there. So you have to be on top of your fueling. Good amount of elevation then, probably averaging about 20 to 30 steps a minute,
Cool.
60 centimetres, times 3, like it's actually quite a lot of meters, which is good. Cool, well, okay, put the mask off for a second, just have a bit of a breather. That 81. Nice. Okay, so that's quite a low number there. So it just shows when the intensity gets so high, the demand from the muscles for oxygen is so high that if you're in a low oxygen environment, your blood oxygen saturation is just going to keep falling because that demand is too high for the supply you're getting.
So when I was going a little bit slower on the other reps, it wasn't like pushing it, but when I started trying to speed it off a
your
little
blood
bit,
oxygen saturation then
it
falls.
starts to go down.
Exactly. So when you're racing out there, the moments that are slightly harder, it's all about just kind of maintaining an intensity that's going to keep your blood oxygen high and also keep your heart rate in kind of a more aerobic zone.
So once I get to like an actual hill and I've been running quite flat, once it's like, if it's too much, if I try run it, it will just burn me out.
Yeah, exactly. And it will just be harder to kind of get back to steady state. So it's probably worth just breaking into like more of a hike at that point to keep your heart rate down and your blood oxygen saturation up. Just to avoid that. Really.
Good.
Things like dehydration
do you want to go?
as well. Okay, cool. You can pop the rucksack off. We're going to jump into the chamber quickly and just do some sprints on the bike. So whilst your quads are quite fatigued, just doing some sprints on the bike to kind of test that kind of capacity.
In that room.
Just indicating that both legs are working pretty evenly.
Okay.
So it's quite good to kind of indicate any injury or like any risk of injury if one leg's pretty dominant and one's weak. Then you've got power, which is probably what we'll focus on mainly today. Heart rate, RPM, which is your cadence. So on the reps, try and keep that kind of above 100. That number whenever you're ready.
do sprints in flex.
Do you want me to count you in? We'll go on the 130. Halfway right, number 5, 2, 1, and go. Perfect, get into it, everyone. Nice. Nice, good. 5 done. 3, 2, 1, perfect, good. Okay, 2 to go. take 60 seconds recovery.
Feel that I haven't recovered from this.
Yeah.
I'm still
That's
breathing.
the other thing, like when you're training altitude, like doing short recoveries like that, your heart rate has absolutely no chance of coming back down during that effort. You'll probably find today like your hunger is going to spike quite a lot, just from like you're burning more calories at altitude, and your hydration as well. You have to keep quite on top of that.
Yeah. I've got an electrolytes in the room.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Nice. Quite a lot of work on that calf complex today as well. Nice. Good. Yeah, there's one more. Last one. Nice, good. Small stretch on that one. Heart rate's up. Okay, good. Nice.
Oh,
Feeling okay?
that caught me.
Yeah.
That's one.
Cool. We'll leave it there. I don't want to kill you.
No, that's
That
good.
session. You need to come back, so I don't want to.
But yeah, I'm busy for the next 3 weeks as well.
Yeah. Also, like, this is obviously now added volume into your training, so like, I don't want it to become
No.
too much, and like,
Yeah.
especially in your last 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Um,
no, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. So yeah, we spent the box and the sled at 3,429 meters to be very precise.
Yeah.
And then in the chamber, obviously working on the bike at 2,700 meters.
Yeah.
So kind of slightly lower, slightly higher, than just getting used to working at quite high intensity at those heights.
Yeah.
Is
No, that's good.
what you'll be doing.
Be interesting to just run like an easy run as well at
Exactly. I
altitude,
think
just to see
like
what it's like.
future session wise, I think we should try and get some more like aerobic sessions in on the treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
Cross country skiers tend to have the highest VO2 maxes
Like
across the
triathletes and stuff
spectrum.
because they do so much volume.
Yeah, exactly. Volume training and aerobic training, which is why marathon runners tend to have
Yeah.
such a high VO2
Yeah.
max. When you go to altitude, your VO2 max is slightly limited, which is
Yeah.
why having a high one before you go out is good, because it's obviously
You got to
you
choose.
start high and then the limitation isn't so kind of doesn't have such bad implications. But if you have a low VO2 and it's restricted,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be worse.
You got to choose between VO2 max and having legs, and I've given up my legs, but my VO2 max is fast now, so it's fine. Oh.
Yeah, that balance just doesn't work. Does
The
it?
more I run, the skinnier my legs look like
Yeah.
day to day, and it's like I'm just gonna live with it now. I'm not a bodybuilder anymore. Oh. So that's the session done at the altitude centre. It's pretty hectic. I wasn't actually expecting. I'm just gonna put this on. Oh, I wasn't actually expecting it to be that hard. I was literally thinking I was coming in to run on the treadmill today and then do a little bit of intervals on the bike, but done the box, done that bike at altitude. Lizzie's better explaining it all to me, so you probably heard it in the episode anyway. But yeah, I wanted to show you my VO2 max results that I've done 2 weeks ago, so just before I went away. This gives you, like I said before, indications for your zones. Also tells you how, I don't know the science behind it, blood oxygen intake, so how fit you are basically, in layman's terms, or however the saying goes. So yeah, so I'll show the score on here. So I got 69.6 mils per kg per min. Max heart rate went up to like 182, so probably pushed it a little bit harder, I think. Maybe I'll retest it in a few weeks. But yeah, it goes on like your age, your weight. So obviously I'm only 70 kilos, so as it's a ratio for weight, etc., my numbers will be a little bit higher than someone that weighs a little bit more, etc. Because I'm younger, it's a little bit better. But that's just giving excuses for it to be really good, because on here, if you read, it says superior at 99% of
results, basically, saying I'm in the top 1%, just so everyone can see. Oh, top 1%, superior. But yeah, so that's that result. Obviously you'll be able to see, I'll put a little B-roll of it so you can see it all properly. I've only ever seen other people's results and stuff, and I haven't seen that many to know where I am, like, on a scale of, I don't know, you know, like when you run a marathon, you can say 3 hours, pretty good, 3:30s, still good if it's like your first one, etc., or even 4 hours, to be honest, for a lot of people. But you know, you can kind of set a benchmark. I didn't really have one of them for that, so when I got the result, I was kind of like, oh, it seemed pretty good, until I actually looked up in it. It's pretty mad. So whatever I've been doing training-wise is obviously working, which is good to know. But yeah, maybe I'll try retest it just before the race. But we've got 4 weeks now. I'm going to come in here twice a week, leading up to it, to get some sessions in. We were just planning it a minute ago, and get me ready for the 42 through Mont-Blanc. But yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, hope you enjoyed or got something useful out of it.